Day 2 of the Seattle Seahawks rookie minicamp is already in the books, and another day of getting to watch Jalen Milroe and some of these other rookies, Torrey Horton, right, Ricky White, Gray Zabel, Elijah Arroyo. This one was a little bit better. We got to see a lot more highlights, a lot more of an opportunity for Jalen Milroe to show what he has, not only under center, but in 5-step drops, 3-step drops, throwing with the pocket presence, and just things that we weren't able to really see from yesterday's practice. And today was actually pretty fun. So we're going to break down some of these highlights. I'm going to show you why some of these things are positive, right? Again, there's no one-on-ones, there's no defense for the most part. All we're trying to look for right now is his ability, the mechanics, right? Can he take a good-looking 5-step drop? And you're going to be able to see in this video, doesn't look that bad, man. And a lot of people said he has a lot to work on, which is true, right? He's got to get some consistency mechanics down when it comes to throwing and accuracy. But overall, I love this dude's potential, and I do not, I'm not mad at all that they took this dude in the 3rd round right here. Right? Let's see how he does. Freeze that motion, fake the handoff, roll to the right, look left, scan. I mean, again, you can't see too much with these plays, but we want to see as much as we can. So this one's out of, under center. You're going to drop back. Footwork is not great. See how he's clinking the feet together? Probably don't love this, and that's something that they could probably clean up on. But again, let's dive into some more highlights. Let's keep looking at it. Now, we also got to see some other really interesting drills, coverage, and, getting to the ball carrier, getting up. Again, they're not tackling. There's no pads or anything, so they're acting like they're going to tackle. They're doing everything but taking the guy to the ground. They're getting to the ball carrier. They're getting down the field full speed. These are more, I would say, special teams type of plays where you see them on kickoff, right? Go through, get out of, the way of some other guys, and then sprint down the field to, again, act like they're trying to make a tackle here. So this was an interesting portion of today's practice, and again, I know you guys are probably just sitting here like, well, this isn't really showing us too much. Unfortunately, you won't be seeing a little more one-on-ones or anything like that until about OTAs, and then minicamp you might see a little bit of as well. But obviously, once training camp is here, man, things are going to really ramp up. So one thing I want you guys to do real quickly is make sure you take your time and go follow all of the Seahawks media members on X or Twitter, because without them, these videos are not possible to make. So go follow them. You'll see some names at the top left of your screen, and all you got to do, search them up, follow them, and be thankful, because, man, they're going to give you all the highlights and news and notes and analysis from every practice. So check that out. Let's get back into it. Now, we also got some Gray Zabel work. Now, he wasn't the first guy up here. I believe he's second in line on this specific drill. But Gray Zabel is a guy that's going to be able to play multiple different spots for them. And he's a guy that they absolutely love. I believe this is him right here. You guys can let me know if I'm wrong, but definitely does look like his number. I believe he is coming into the year wearing number 76, I want to say. So again, I'm very excited to see where he comes. I think we also saw Anthony Bradford there as well. I'm not sure if that was correct, but it looked like someone wearing 75, which I know that's his number. Probably Mason Richmond is out here too. You got 77. I'll see if he's on the roster. Looks like Bryce Calbdu. So he was a 6th-round pick from this year, and you got some other guys in there as well. But this offensive line's in a better spot than they were a month ago, right? Obviously, you have Charles Cross at left tackle. You bring in Josh Jones in free agency. You add an undrafted free agent in Emmanwori Kite. And then from there, left guard, you got Gray Zabel, you got Anthony Bradford, Mason Richmond at left guard. Center, you got Olu, and then you got Jalen Sundell, some other undrafted free agents as well. Christian Haynes, a right guard. Abraham Lucas at right tackle, with some more depth options as well. But overall, the offensive line is starting to take shape, and they're going to need this group to take a major jump up next season if they want Sam Darnold and potentially Jalen Milroe to have successful seasons, throwing to guys like Cooper Kupp and Jackson Smith-Njigba and MVS, who just signed here. You drafted 2 wide receivers as well, so definitely am excited about this O-line. Now, one of my favorite players in this draft, Nick Emmanwori. I mean, he fits the Legion of Boom type of defense, and I know we're in a completely different era, But if he was in that era, he would have fit in perfectly. Now, I don't know if he's, slot in to be a day one starter for this football team. I do think he has a little bit of work to do to get to that point. But when I look at his game overall, he's going to fit in beautifully alongside guys like Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon. But at safety, it looks like he'll probably be behind a guy like Julian Love, who they brought over from the Giants a few years ago. You also have Kobe Bryant. So I think this will just be a guy who comes in and competes from day one. Can he climb up the depth chart and be a day one star for the team? I think he's got all the talent in the world, and honestly, I do think it's a possibility. A little bit more O-line work here, and guys, I do apologize because I know these aren't the most fun videos to show you, but I promise things will pick up soon, okay? So before we get any further into some more highlights from today's practice, do me a favor and comment down below 3 names, okay? Now, it's not any 3 names. I want you to comment down 1 player that you think has the most potential going into this season. And again, it doesn't have to be just rookies. It could be someone they just signed. It could be a second-year player that is developing. It could be someone brand new to the team like a Cooper Kupp. Who do you think has the biggest impact on this team going into next season? Could it be Gray Zabel? Could it be Jackson Smith-Njigba? Could it be Sam Darnold? Let me know who you guys think. Maybe Jalen Milroe, Elijah Arroyo. Also, who do you think is going to have the most underrated rise to a starting spot? Okay, and again, this one is probably limited to a couple of different people. Obviously, you have maybe a Riley Mills. Maybe he works his way. That's probably unlikely. Nick Emmanwori probably makes the most sense in terms of an unlikely starter or riser just to the starter position. But let me know what you guys think overall. I think I won 1 more, and that's just overall, who are you most excited to see play? Who are you most excited to come in here and just watch every single day throughout training camp and throughout the preseason, throughout the regular season? Who do you want to see play? Let me know. Now, I also do want to show you guys what Mike Macdonald said after practice. Before we do so, before we finish off this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new. It is free. It doesn't cost anything, and we got you guys covered throughout the remainder of this year's offseason. With that being said, take a listen to what Mike Macdonald had to say about Nick Emmanwori after practice.
Yeah, I mean, you see the movement skills, you see all the things you saw on tape, different language for him, but he's got great intent. I think he wants to be great, which is a fun characteristic to work with, and great start. But like, he'll be the first to tell you, like, all of our guys have. You see it, and you're like, oh, this is awesome. But hey, now we gotta go. We gotta detail it up. We gotta get our angles right. There's a lot of fundamentals that we'll be working on when he comes back, and it's gonna be fun to work with him.
When do you expect to see Torrey Gordon taking some football reps, and kind of what's the ramp-up process for him?
Yeah, timetable right now, I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything major, but when he comes back, he should be close to, full go, but we'll see how that, kind of comes about. But I think we're just being precautious right now.